So to answer the fundamental question, from where did the workers come for the Indian factories, as it was a really very difficult task for the factories which were set up in Britain. We have seen the factories facing a lot of trouble or the scarcity of the workers. So we need to find out the solution for this one. That was a big task for the Britain people, but it was completely different when it comes to the Indian context. Indians were always in search of job. So it was not a trouble at all for the Indian factory owners to find workers working at their factory. Let us go into the details now. So from where did the workers come is a fundamental question which has to be answered now. So the workers come from different places, wherever there is a job. So the basic need for the factories is the workers. The workers coming. So in 1901, when the statistics were taken, we have nearly 5,84,000 workers employed. And then when the statistics were taken in 1946, we have 24,36,000 workers working. So when you look at the statistics, it clearly shows for us there is a very huge massive growth in the number of workers getting employed. Here we have nearly 6 lakhs, here we have more than 25 lakhs of workers working here. So more than 4-fold times you got the increase of the number of workers working in the factories, which shows for us very clearly that the need for the workers has increased, has gone up to 4-fold times. When does the need for the workers increase? The need for the workers will increase only when the number of the factories are in rise. So it clearly shows for us that there are the number of rise for the factories in the Indian context. So that's how the need for the workers has increased and the number of workers has gone up. Now moving on to the other things. From where did the workers come? That is a fundamental question for us. In order to answer this fundamental question, the workers used to come from the nearby villages, where in the same case what happened in Great Britain when the agriculture failed or when they were having no lands. The people used to find the possible next alternative. In the same way, in Indian villages also, when the agriculture was failed or where there are no landless laborers, when there are landless laborers, agricultural labor people who are dependent completely only on the wages, these people started to move in search of jobs towards the cities where these factories are established. So once the factories are established, the news spread in a horizon of vertically and horizontally. The people started to move from very long distances. Initially, people used to move only between the nearby town and the village to the place of work so that they can easily go back during the time of the harvesting season or during the time of any festive season. But as the news spread on in the Bombay province and in the Madras province, that in Bombay and in Kolkata and in Madras, we have a setting up of factories and there is a need for the job there, where there is a possibility of getting a job there. Immediately, people started to migrate very soon to far off places also. This was one of the major reasons why the Indian factory merchants or the owners did not find any difficulty in getting workers in the day-to-day upgradation of their factories. And what are the techniques that are used by the Indian factory owners to recruit their workers? Finding job was always a difficult task in India. Why it is described as a difficult task in India means when we have 100 jobs, the number of people looking for the jobs are more than 500 and above. So in order to get 100 jobs, we always have a competition of 500 people waiting or looking for the job. So this added an advantage for the people of the factory owners. So now let us look at an example here. For example, to the factories which are located in Bombay, the people used to come from the nearby village Ratnagiri. People used to migrate from the nearby village and move to Bombay in order to work there. In the same way, when we take the example of Kanpur, from Kanpur, people in the around the Kanpur district used to migrate to the nearby place where the industry has been located. So that's how the possibility of getting the job, the news spread, brought all the jobless people, all the people those who are looking for a job nearby to the place where the factories are located. This gave a huge opportunity for the factory owners to choose the people to work in their factories. That's how the problem of from where do we get the workers has been solved completely and permanently for the Indian factories. And when we move on to the jobs are getting is always a difficulty in India because the number of workers are always greater than the jobs. So in order to recruit a good people or in order to trust people, the factory owners always employed the jobber. The person is like a recruiter who recruits the people into the factory. Actually, jobber is appointed not on the basis of their educational qualifications or not on their basis of the merits. He is the senior most employee or the old person who is working in the factory from many years. That person is being given the responsibility to recruit the workers into the factory. Most of the times, he brings more number of people from his village to get them employed in the factory. Then this possibility of him getting them employed into the factories made him to get some special place in the society, in the industry, in the factories. And later on, he started to expect and receive certain amount of money, gifts or prizes in order to recruit anyone into the factory. So that's how the actual problem of from where does the workers come has been solved permanently. So this was a fundamental problem for the Britishers because when they initially established the factories, they found it very difficult to recruit workers for them to work for the wages. But here in India, if you look at the statistics in 1901, we have 5,84,000 workers working. In 1946, we have nearly 24 lakh people working. In villages, whoever does not have any work or any job or the landless poor peasants always were in search of jobs in India. These all people moved slowly towards the places where there is a possibility of getting a job. So those people, let us take an example of Bombay. In Bombay, we have the people moving from Ratnagiri, the nearby district. When it comes to Kanpur, we have people coming from Kanpur district, in and around of Kanpur towards the region. But still, the factories have increased, but the getting a job opportunity was really a difficult task in India even today also. Workers were greater in number when compared to the availability of the jobs, and factory owners always used to employ jobbers in order to recruit the workers. So the jobber role has become crucial in order to recruit the people into the factory. So in return to get someone recruited into the factory, he started to take some amount or some gift, some price in order to give some benefit for him to get into the factory. That's how the role of jobber became very important, crucial in society as well as in the factory, because factory also needs workers. So it's completely dependent on jobber's choice of getting the workers, and the people those who are in search of job were always giving him some gift in order to get inside to the factory and get employed in the factory. So that's how the basic problem of getting from where do the workers come from has been solved permanently in India.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.